Sup my guys, it is the Blood Shinobi bringing you What If Naruto was a part of an arranged marriage. This is part 8. For this part, some of it's going to be script, some of it's not. Which also, there's two things that need to be answered at the end of it. And that you need to be answered before the next part. Well, one of them, and I'll tell you which one. But now, you get my intro, so I can get on with the story.
Turning to ashes, when do we burn away? Used to be oh so close, now I see you. Just turn around and leave me. That you can change. You satisfy the rage in me. Take away my pain.
Recap, I mean. So, previous parts, Naruto has, found love, met the women. Not love realistically, but he's met them and he's been going on missions and all that. Last part, Miko awakened her Mangekyo Sharingan, and Naruto has descended to come to fight Yagura, and that's where we left off. Now let's go. Naruto walked to the meetup. He saw Ao, Mai, and some Miss Anbu, and some shinobi. The first to meet the group was Ao, who walked out to meet them. Ah, Jiraiya, Kakashi! And who is that behind you? Asked Ao. Naruto walked over to Jiraiya and nodded. Naruto's son shinned away in a cloud of leaves. A clone walked up to Jiraiya, unless it's through Naruto. Naruto, asked Kakashi. No, boss, is not me. I am a simple clone. Boss is scouting out the village gate and patterns that can be used to invade and get in quickly and quietly, said the clone. Of course, Naruto wants to get home, doesn't he? He has some things he has to do, like beat all the kids in the academy and other things he has to deal with, thought Jiraiya. Wait, that boy is Naruto? Asked Ao. Yes. Let's go meet up with the others, said Kakashi. After an hour, Naruto arrived and sat across from Kakashi and Jiraiya. And all around sat with them, and in front of them were all of the members helping in this quiet assassination. All there were was Mei, Ao, and the shinobi that were there have all put on Anbu and hunting nin clothing. So what? I know, well, there are 2 Jinchuriki, the 3 and 6 towers. They need to be unsealed and resealed. I got a clone in there to see with Yagura. One of his men has it. So, who's been Jinchuriki? Asked Naruto. Well, no one, because we have not thought of that, said Ao. Okay, when do we attack? Asked Naruto. Tomorrow at dawn, said Ao. Well, we need to prepare. Naruto, Kakashi, prepare. Make sure you're up and ready in the morning, said Jiraiya. Everyone nodded and headed to the cave that they would been sleeping in the night and preparing. Naruto, when they got there, grabbed Mei's hand. Let's go somewhere where we can hang for a little bit, said Naruto. Mei nodded her head. She held on to Naruto's hand and followed him. After about half an hour, they arrived at a lake. What are we doing here? Asked Mei. Well, I thought it would be nice to relax, but whatever, I'm going in, said Naruto. Naruto pulled off his chest plate, put both of his katanas on his chest plate, put all his scrolls, pouches, kunai, and everything that he would need in the morning down on his chest plate. He took his undershirt off and took his sandals and pants off to leave Shinobi shorts, not his boxers. And yeah, you're the first to see me without a shirt. Well, people have seen me, but not like this with my genjutsu for that, said Naruto. The only one to see his genjutsu, the only people who see it is Jiraiya, Kakashi, and Hiruzen, thought Naruto. Naruto waved some hand signs. When Naruto looked at Mei, she could see a little X scar on his right cheek. Over his left eye was a scar, just like Kakashi's eye. Naruto had minor cuts and stab wounds on his chest. His right bicep had a burn, and his left arm had a pattern of a fox, and of all foxes, the fox with 9 tails. He turned to jump in the water, and May noticed the yin and yang symbol on his back, carved, tattooed on pattern. Wait, tell me about them, asked May. Naruto pointed to every scar and told their story. He moved to the one on his left cheek. This was when I was scouting out Otto with Kakashi and 2 Anbu. Jiraiya was meant to get there, but he was a bit late. He had some research to do. I got information on curse sealers, like what they do, how they evolve. Also got how to destroy them, along with profiles and data on every single shinobi that Orochimaru has under his control at the time. There's also all the ones with the curse marks, so we got rid of Onko's curse mark. And every single shinobi, yep. How I got it was also how I got the slash on my left eye. Orochimaru and his dummies attacked me. It was 1-6. I was in defensive, and, well, the one named Kidimaru hit me with his bow over my eye, while Orochimaru slashed up my cheek with the sword of Kusanagi. The same place where I had already been slashed at by bones, and also more arrows. It was 1-6 because the 2 Anbu were killed and Kakashi was fighting some others. Jiraiya had just got in there to get me out, and we got out before any of us had died, except the Anbu, said Naruto. What about the yin and yang plus the fox, asked May? Symbolism, saying I was born the night the Kyuubi was killed, and for yin and yang, because there is light and darkness and light, said Naruto. Well, I could tell about the fox and the yin and yang because I thought it was cool, but I can't be bothered. I'll just tell her something stupid like that. I don't want to tell her something stupid like that, thought Naruto. Naruto jumped in the freezing water, freezing his balls off. He had shivers go all the way up his spine. After an hour and a half of swimming in the lake with May, they crawled out and just laid under a tree with their back against it. So, are you prepared for this invasion? Asked Naruto. Yes I am. I reckon I won't get killed. But how are we going to do this? I heard it would be very hard, said May. Naruto stood up and used his heat affinity all over his body, drying him off. I'm sorry, but I've got things I need to do, said Naruto. Naruto put all his clothing on and held out his sword. Naruto dashed to the mist village, not caring about anyone else. He landed, and within an hour, all that rang out in the mist is people screaming in pain. That's all that was heard, and blood was being splattered everywhere. Jiraiya and Kakashi, who were on watch because it was late at night, heard this. Kakashi, go see what it is. I think Naruto's done something stupid, said Jiraiya. Kakashi was about to leave. No, if he started the invasion, we have to attack now, said Ao. Kakashi and Jiraiya. Go, said Ao. Those two left, and once they got to the mist village, there were guards just dead. They went through the whole village. There was guards, shinobi, mist, just lying there. And there was Naruto in the middle of the town, surrounded by ninjas. Coughed Naruto. Every cough he did, he spat out blood. He looked at one shinobi and stood up straight. I will kill yous. You can't just kill people. Said Naruto. Naruto tried to stand up, but couldn't. One shinobi came at Naruto and implanted its foot straight into his jaw, sending Naruto across the shops. One ninja grabbed Naruto's sword that had been left there, and he grabbed his knee and the blade and snapped it, chucking it at Naruto. Naruto saw this. It was the one with the rings in it. All the rings were in this. Where he snapped and destroyed the rings. He had nothing left now. No rings, no nothing. His other sword had already been broken. He was not in a good mood. Naruto stood up. I barely endured this. Naruto and 5 clone. Naruto put his hands together. Shadow Jutsu! Multi Shadow Jutsu! Said Naruto. And about 1,000 clones appeared. They were all forming a Rasengan, charged at the bunch of shinobi, but because of how damaged and weak Naruto was, they collapsed on the floor head first. That's all that was heard. Kakashi and Jiraiya didn't know what to do. They know that the leaf is attacking. Or it's a deluge ninja. No, it's not. Naruto. He's wearing the Oto headband. Kakashi and Jiraiya thought it was smart to go back and attack in the morning. At dawn in the morning, Ao had been listening over and over again, playing the story of what Naruto had done over in his head since he heard it. Mei was sitting there with tears in her eyes that Naruto had been captured and could be dead. Jiraiya, are you sure that it wasn't some Oto ninja or whatever it was? Asked Ao. No, it was Naruto. He is reckless. It's the same thing he does when he... Yeah. Said Jiraiya. He wouldn't continue. What? Why does he do stuff like this? Asked Mei. It's a story that we don't want to talk about. Something that happened to Naruto. Something dark that causes for bloodshed, said Kakashi. Mei looked him in the eye. Tell me now, said Mei. Kakashi, should we do it? Asked Jiraiya. All the Anbu stood up, along with Ao. You've got to tell us if there's something that we have forced him, or having one of our own marrying him. What is it? Asked Ao. Jiraiya stood up. Well, the young boy here that you know, after he witnessed the Uchiha clan massacre, and Tomiko denied him, he tried and tried and tried. But every time she used one of her Mangekyo abilities. And it's a hypnosis one. She used it on him, forcing him to witness the Uchiha clan massacre. Made him feel like he had died over and over again. She trembled his life force. She did something to him that no one would want to happen to him. His whole world was shattered. She caused him to stab himself because he was weak and couldn't fend for her or her family. She used her anger against Naruto, inflicting self-damage. And then she said, I want you to be a pit of slaughter, a bowl of death, a bloodthirsty monster. And that's what Miko said Jiraiya. So you're telling me one of these chicks has forced Naruto to be evil and do dumb stuff like this? How does he get out of it? Asked Mei. That's the thing. He won't be able to get out of it unless he dies or he witnesses someone close to him dying or he dies. I've already said that, but that's how life forcing you is. Unless Mei takes it off herself, but I don't think she will. Not until she has got her plenty full of it. So Kakashi. Everyone turned to see Naruto walking through. Weak. Very weak, said Naruto. How'd you get out? Asked Mei. He said I got out. Release, said Naruto. And all around them, Naruto clans appeared. And they just started going off. Then they turned to see that it wasn't Naruto, but it was ninja with explosive tags using a henge, and the whole cave started blowing up. Jiraiya, Kakashi, Ao, and Mei got out of there without the Anbu. One Anbu got out, but was quickly surrounded and stabbed. Well, Huntsman, Kakashi, what do we do? Asked Ao. I don't know, asked Jiraiya. This brat has done something dumb, said Jiraiya. Do we go back to the camp and then just start a full-out attack? Asked Mei. No. We've got to go in and rescue Naruto before anything else happens, said Jiraiya. Jiraiya nodded. Jiraiya and Kakashi both looked at each other. This brat is gonna get us killed, said Kakashi. Well, at least I'm dying for someone good, aren't I? Laughed Jiraiya. Jiraiya sat down and had a clone summon Ma and Pa. What is it, Jiraiya boy? Said Pa. I'm gonna need you to help me use Sage Mode. We have to attack a village. Along with Kakashi, we have to get Naruto out. Said Jiraiya. Over in, what's it called? Yes. Over in, the Mist's torture room, Yagura and his man, second in control, the six-tailed Shinchuriki, stood there torturing and stabbing Naruto. He was coughing out more blood than you could possibly think. There was nothing left of him. He was complete stab wounds. When I get out, I'll fucking slit your throats and kill you like the dogs you are, said Naruto. Naruto was holding with his hand, which had a kunai straight through it. He was holding onto it and just all the kunai was just going straight through his finger because he was holding onto it tightly, dripping blood. Where's Tsunade when you need a healer? The Naruto. Naruto spat out blood over in an unknown location near the Mist Village. Mother, what are you sneezing for? Asked the young girl. Shut up, Kushina. I'm pretty sure your father's talking about me, said Dawn. Whatever, Mom. Let's go. We gonna meet up at the Mist Village with Dad, aren't we? Said Kushina. Yes, we are, said the woman. As you know, it's Tsunade and Kushina. I wonder how Naruto is. It's been a while, hasn't it? Laughed Kushina. Yes, it has, Kushina, said Tsunade. Back with Naruto. You bitches, I'll unseal you, and I'll make you feel pain. This is nothing for me, said Naruto. Grandma, heal me, asked Naruto. Boy, after we do this, you've got to stop you got to stop everyone thinking that Miko still has that thing over you. And when we get back, we're gonna whoop her ass, said Kuruma. You know it, buddy. You know it. I'm done with playing the dumbass. I'm done. I'm about to make these guys feel pain, said Naruto. And when I say pain, I mean they're gonna feel it. Extraction-wise, said Naruto. Naruto's hyperventilating, trying to give off that he's been healed by Kuruma. All of them could, Yagura and the other dude, Imo, saw this happening. They and all the Hunterins in there walked up and started stabbing Naruto with poison. But as they did, a burst of chakra was sent through the room. Naruto had sent the sandbones back and all the blades. He looked like he was healing, but his scars were not. You know, Kuruma, I'm glad you gave me these scars. They make me look badass. You told me which ones you thought would look badass, and now they do. Thought Naruto. You know it, boy. Let's kill these bitches, said Kuruma. Naruto vanished in his speed while still coping from eternal bleeding and all that. He kicked Imo across the face, sending him into a wall. Yagura turned around and punched Naruto in the face. But as it went to hit Naruto, Naruto grabbed it, pulled his arm back, and started repeatedly smashing Naruto in the chest. This is not good. This is not good, said Huntonin. Naruto vanished and stabbed the Senbone straight through the Huntonin's chest, killing them. He threw the Senbone and more using Shadow Clone Jutsu, killing all the Huntonins in there. The only ones that were left in the room were none other than Yagura and Imo. Imo and Yagura thought it was smart to have complete control of their BG, so that's what they did. They both grabbed a hold of Naruto's arms and jumped straight through the windows in the room, that splitting in half the Mizukage Tower because they were in their BG form and tails were flowing. They arrived in the lake that Naruto was at last night with Mei. Yes, the Six Tails is a slug. Once Naruto landed, he kicked away, and once he re-looked, he saw a massive turtle and also a massive slug. BG bomb! Two BG bombs were sent at Naruto. Naruto, not knowing what to do, summoned Gamabunta, and so Naruto summoned Gamabunta. He pushed almost all of his chakra, combining with Kuruma's chakra. So he summoned Gamabunta, Gamma Hero, and Gamma Kin. Gamma Hero charged with his two blades. Yes, that's the one with the two blades, and slashed both of the BG bombs. Gamma Kin came up behind Saiken, the Six Tails, and hit him in the head with his shield and his... What's the weapon he holds? The, bow thingy. Yeah, he's got a sword in his... He's using the sword right now. He hits him in the back of the head with his shield and then slashes at him with a sword because, well... Fugaku and Mine passed that if they were summoned within today, they'd be fighting BG, so he decided to bring out a sword. I know it's not canon, but it's a what if. Gamma Bunta and Naruto were standing there. They used a combined Toad Oil Flame Blast jutsu and hitting the three towers. Naruto jumped upon the three tails, and I've given him the Admari chains just so he can fight these two off. He was holding back with his chains, putting in as much chakra as he possibly could without passing out with the help of Kuruma, holding both of the BG down. Cloned. I'm gonna need a clone. Naruto let go of the chains. Chains. Shadow Clone Jutsu, said Naruto, and 4 clones appeared. Yusu, hold these chains for 5 minutes. Naruto waved hand signs, and on his left hand, he bit his finger and put on blood, and Kuruma appeared. Naruto held back took back of the reins of the chains along with his clones, who charged at the BG at Aizobo and Saigon using their own type of Rasengan. Yes, they used... Naruto has, the basic of a Rasengan, but he's using his clones to charge at Aizobo first. Gamikin, Gamma Hero, and Gamma Bunta were taking on Aizobo when Kuruma was charging a BG bomb at Saigon. Naruto, who was holding both of these back, almost passed out. Now, Kuruma let the BG bomb go, and as he did, it hit both Saigon and Aizobo. All the toads dispelled because of the blast hitting them, along with Naruto, who was almost about to hit a tree. Over with Dryer. He stood up with Mar and Pa on his shoulders, and trees started flying out. A tree almost hit them, but Dryer used the Rasengan and took out both of them. Mar and Pa looked to the side, and they saw more trees coming. They felt a crater hitting the ground. Dryer and Kakashi, they all ran over to where they felt the blast coming from. Over with Tsunade and Kushina, they ran to where they felt the blast, thinking it might be Dryer. He might be dead. They don't know what they'd do if their husband and father was dead. They arrived to see that there was Naruto. He was standing, bleeding, with Kuruma. "Come back now, buddy," said Naruto. "Cough, cough, cough. Whatever, you pathetic human," said Kuruma. Kuruma dispelled and was back inside Naruto, who was healed again. They all saw that Aizobo and Saikon were sitting there, while Naruto had their chains. Dryer and Kakashi, Ayo, and Mei ran over to see this. Old Kurima is saved the day. My chains were helpful, along with Gamma Hero, Gamma Bunta, and Gamma Ken. They saved my ass. I gonna and my clones that shadow clones, but my new clone technique, which means I can use my Dryer, the clone technique. Naruto stood there. Yagura and Aimo killed themselves by extracting the beast, so he'll be sealing them in. Asked Naruto. "We have no clue," said Ayo. "Okay, Jiraiya, Kakashi, we're gonna seal them in you." "Why?" "Because I have no one else, and you guys look like you're capable too. And once you're out from being sealed, Kakashi, you're gonna be able to, activate and deactivate the Sharingan. Be helpful," said Naruto. And that's where we leave this off. So tell me, should Jiraiya and Kakashi get Aizobo and Saikon? Well, you guys to choose if they should, and if they should, who gets which one. And should Kakashi be able to activate and deactivate his Sharingan? That's all up to you. Tell me in the comments. Now, another thing. I need team formations. So, yes, that's gonna need to be done, because if not, I've got the team rosters, but I need to know what you want. So now I'm going to go, so you guys can get this and hear it, my guys.